What if your deepest suffering wasn't a curse, but a sign that you were on the brink of spiritual transformation? What if the pain, the despair, and the feeling of being utterly lost were actually a necessary passage to enlightenment? Throughout history, mystics, saints, and seekers have spoken of an experience so profound and terrifying that it feels like the soul itself is being shattered. This is known as the dark night of the Sula, period of deep inner turmoil that forces one to confront their illusions, attachments, and fears. But what is the dark night really? And more importantly, how do you survive it and come out stronger? One of the key aspects of the dark night of the soul is that it often resurfaces unresolved childhood trauma, old wounds, fears, and deep-seated patterns that were hidden in our subconscious. That's why our team of experts created a 12-week journal for healing childhood trauma and wounds, designed specifically to help you work through these emotional layers, understand your past, and integrate your healing journey. I'll tell you more about it at the end, so stick around. Stay with me as we explore the hidden wisdom behind this mysterious process, its origins, and how you can navigate your own spiritual darkness to emerge transformed. The idea of the dark night is not exclusive to Christianity. It exists in various spiritual traditions, Hinduism and Buddhism. The Bardo states in Tibetan Buddhism describe a period of intense fear and illusion before rebirth or enlightenment. Hindu sages talk about the death of the ego as a necessary step before realizing the true self, Atman. Sufism. The Sufi poet Rumi spoke about deep suffering as a necessary step to finding divine love. Be like a melting snow, wash yourself of yourself. Kabbalah. The concept of the Qliphoth in Kabbalah represents the painful, chaotic forces that must be transcended before reaching spiritual enlightenment. Alchemy. In Western esoteric traditions, the Negrito stage in alchemy is a period of darkness, decay, and ego death before the gold of enlightenment emerges. These teachings suggest that suffering is not meaningless. It is a rite of passage. The dark night is the fire that burns away illusions, leaving only what is real. One of the key aspects of the dark night is its connection to shadow work, the psychological process of facing the hidden, suppressed parts of ourselves. Psychologist Carl Jung believed that true individuation, becoming a whole, authentic person, required facing the shadow, the unconscious fears, traumas, and desires we hide from ourselves. In the dark night, this shadow emerges, often bringing up deep existential fears. What if everything I believed was a lie? What if I never find meaning again? Who am I, if not the identity I built for myself? At this stage, many people feel like they are going insane, or that they have lost their connection to God, the universe, or their purpose. But in reality, what is happening is the death of the ego, the false self that was built on external validation, societal conditioning, and illusions of control. By surrendering to this process, one can begin to integrate their true, higher self-a-self that is no longer bound by fear, attachment, or illusion. How do you survive the dark night of the soul? The dark night is not something you fix or escape. It is something you surrender to. Here are some powerful practices to help you navigate this phase. 1. Radical acceptance and letting go. Stop resisting the darkness. The more you fight it, the longer it lasts. Let go of your old identity and be open to whatever transformation is happening. Mantra. I surrender to what is. I trust the process. 2. Meditation and inner stillness. Practicing silent meditation helps you detach from the mental chaos. Try mindfulness breathing or vipassana meditation. Observe your suffering without identifying with it. Taoist technique. Turning the light around. Visualizing your awareness. Moving inward to discover hidden wisdom. 3. Journaling and self-inquiry. Write down your fears, emotions, and insights. Ask yourself deep questions. Oh, what illusions are breaking apart in me? Who am I beyond my suffering? 4. Shadow work and integration. Explore your hidden fears and suppressed emotions. A powerful exercise. Mirror work. Look into a mirror and speak honestly to yourself about your fears and pain. 5. Trust the process. The Phoenix effect. Like the phoenix, you must burn before you are reborn. Everyone who has gone through a dark night and embraced it has emerged stronger, wiser, and more awakened. Section 5. Controversies and Hidden Dangers. 1. Is the dark night of the soul just depression? Many people mistake the dark night for clinical depression, and while they share similarities, they are different. Depression feels meaningless, while the dark night is painful but has a deep spiritual transformation at its core. The dark night often leads to a breakthrough, while untreated depression can remain stagnant. 2. Can everyone handle it? The dark night is not for the faint of heart. Many people try to escape through distractions, addictions, or numbing themselves. Some never make it through because they resist the process instead of surrendering. Section 6. Conclusion and Call to Action. The dark night of the soul is not a punishment. It is an initiation. It is a profound spiritual test that shatters illusions and forces you to confront your deepest self. But if you embrace it, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more enlightened than ever before. Many of the wounds that surface during this time stem from our earliest experience, our childhood programming, emotional neglect, or deep-seated fears. That's why our experts created a 12-week journal for healing childhood trauma and wounds designed to help you identify and process suppressed childhood emotions, uncover limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in suffering, heal and reparent your inner child through guided prompts and exercises, create a roadmap for self-love, empowerment, and transformation. This journal is a powerful companion to your spiritual journey, especially if you're going through a dark night of the soul and struggling with past wounds resurfacing. You don't have to navigate this alone. This guide will give you clarity and a structured path toward healing. If you're ready to begin this deep healing process, you can get the 12-week journal through the link in pinned comment. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a dark night of the soul? What was it like for you? Comment below and share your story. For more mystical insights, subscribe and check out the next video.